Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Okay, fellas, we got some games this weekend. 5 pretty good ones, I would say. It's just January, so plenty of season left. But this is the point of the show where we pick games, and I'm told this is not against the spread. This is just picking straight up. I think I have that correct. Yeah, so this is not against the spread. So this is just pick a winner. That's all you have to do. Sure. I mean, if you want extra credit, yeah. If you want to look super smart, you can say I'll lay them for sure. However you guys want to handle it, up to you. RC, let's kick it off. Tennessee, Alabama. Tennessee's a 4-point favorite. Who do you like in this one?
I like Tennessee at home, and if I was to bet, I'm taking the under. I'm going under.
Wow,
I think Tennessee at home and taking the under.
a total, which is pretty high, 156.5. I agree totally, and I would have no issues whatsoever laying the 4 here. I think Tennessee's just a much better basketball team than Alabama, and I think that shows. So give me Tennessee and the 4.
Which is crazy because some people got Alabama winning the league, right? But if you watch,
Well, some people smoke crack, Matt.
Tell them. Some people just need to say no, man. Just say no.
Exactly.
Some people need to say no. And this is hard because I'm a Gator alum. This is hard for me. It's hard to pick that orange, okay, as a Gator alum. But there's a man, his name is Dalton Connect. In my opinion, he's the best player in the SEC. He's a top 10 pick in the NBA draft. I got to take the Vols at home, Thompson-Boling Arena, one of the best environments in the SEC to play in. I think the Vols cover.
Now, is this like because you watch Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football or whatever, and when all the analysts, now we're only 3, so it's a little different, but when all the analysts are on the same side, it's like that side has no prayer. Does
like
that exist?
Yeah, it's like a jinx.
Yeah,
and NATO's tuning into the Field of 68 and screenshotting this and saying, "See, the 3 of these guys, they're against you. The whole world's against you. We got to go into Thompson-Boling and kick their ass."
That's right. That's right. I'm just
he can use me. He can use me as an example because I'm going orange here. I think the Vols will take care of business.
No, I think we're all on the right side. Okay, what's next? We've got UConn. I believe this is at Nova. UConn -2 after their win against Creighton at Gamble earlier in the week. RC, kick us off.
UConn's the number 1 team, and there is absolutely no way in hell I'm going for UConn and hear Rob's mouth and Hot Balls blowing me up on Twitter, sewing with the Cats. I'm going with Villanova at home with the upset. So I ain't got to hear it no more. You heard it. I'm going with Nova.
But see, that's personal for you, right? That's not like
that's completely that's not his head picking. That's not his head picking. He's making this personal on that one.
Here's the reality. I understand the allure of Villanova at home getting points. I get it. But I watched every single minute of that Creighton game the other night, Klingen's return. And when he was in the game, Creighton couldn't do a damn thing. And that's true of really any team in college basketball that UConn has played when he's in the lineup. So he's in. If you're telling me the big fella's in there, I ain't fading UConn. I've lost so much money fading UConn with him in the game. I refuse to keep doing it. So I will go Huskies and the points -2, getting it done on the road. They're going to win it all again. That's how I feel. I'm sorry, RC.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. They're going to win this game. I think it's too early to predict if they're going to win it all. As someone that was a part of the back-to-back national championships, you kind of always, do you want someone to do it again? Or do you kind of want to, does your ego get in the way of saying, no, we kind of just wanted to be a part of that? So I think it's a little bit too early to say if they're going to win it all, but I think they win this one. The big fella's back. He looked good. He was in there impacting the game. He was dancing at the end of the game. I think they were playing Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift or someone in there. He had a smile on his face.
Yep.
Coach earlier had the boys ready to play. I thought the spread would be bigger. I got to take the Huskies in this one.
All right,
I'll say this though, Dixon's ability to pull Klingon away from the basket will be huge.
yeah, we'll
I
see.
know
I
I
mean,
was joking about everything else. I think
yeah.
Dixon's ability to stretch the floor and pull him away from the basket changes things. And how many teams have a guy that can do that is why I
Mm-hmm.
think it's just a. And it's coming off of, listen, the
I mean,
Creighton win
that's
is great.
that's what it's
And
got to be for sure.
road wins are tough, man. Road wins are
Yeah,
just tough to do.
tough.
They're laying for it. You just beat Creighton, and it was dominating to be chokehold performance on them. I just think it's hard to do. I know UConn's good. I know they're damn good, and they got every chance of repeating again. But I think UConn is one of those teams, just like playing Florida State. Every now and then you play teams that's stylistically, they're just unique and they're different, and no one else plays that way. It's impossible to prepare for certain stuff, how they attend the way they play. And I'm going with Villanova at home.
That's your right, man. That's your right. All right, what else
Is
we
our
got?
boy Fanta doing the game? He's got the game? Fanta? Has he got the game?
We don't know.
Okay.
We do not know. I'm being told we do not know. So if when we find out, we'll pass it along, Matt. We don't have Fanta's assignments on our person here. All right, what's next? We have a few more, right? We have a few more games. All right, here we go. Creighton on the road at Seton Hall. What you think, RC?
I'm going with Seton Hall. After I saw that chokehold happen again, I think Shaheen got these guys just dogs, man. They're gonna compete their ass off, and I like Seton Hall at home.
Yeah, I have Seton Hall and the under. How about that? You like that? That's way too high. This is gonna be a
Yes.
physical game. It's
Yes.
gonna be a physical game,
Yes.
and Creighton just disappoints me every time. I want to believe in them. I thought last night was a great spot for them, but they just disappoint me every time. And when when those shots don't fall, they look gross. So there's no way I could take them in this game. I like Seton Hall and their physicality against Creighton.
I'm with you guys. I think Shaheen Holloway's got these guys playing at a high level, doing an unbelievable job. They went through a bunch of adversity last year. Kadari Richmond, I mean, he is playing as good as any guard right now in the Big East. So I got to go with the Pirates, especially at home.
Okay, let's go to the Mountain West. San Diego State, a 1-point favorite on the road at Boise State, which I believe just had their, home streak snapped. So they're looking to start a new one or just keep a new one going. What do you think, RC?
Whew, this was probably the toughest one for me. Both teams have won 4 of their last 5, and with San Diego State losing to Mexico and Boise State snapping their home streak against UNLV,
Yeah.
I don't see them losing twice. So I think Tyson Dagenhart and these boys gets it done at home, and I'm going Boise State.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. I just feel like, in terms of the spot, you get up for that one. Boise State's a good team from what I've seen of them, and I haven't watched a ton of them this year, but from what I've seen, I mean, they're obviously well coached, and they run really good stuff. So I think they start a new one. I'll take basically a pick 'em here +1. Give me that point in my pocket. Give me Boise State.
Yeah. I'm with RC just in terms of how look at that. Wow. Where'd you get that from?
The team
Okay.
chaplain for the football team gave this to me when they were in Memphis for the football game. They give it to a fan at every road game. They find one fan to give this rubber band to, and they gave it to
And
me
you were the
because
fan.
I was so charming and funny. So, yeah. And I wear
While
it
you were
it was a
rooting for
great
Memphis,
gesture.
while you were rooting for Memphis against Boise State, they gave you the wristband.
I think I had Boise State in the points in that one, so it worked out.
Yeah, this one's tough. I mean, this was probably the hardest one of the night to pick. I think Boise State, just in terms of, coming off a loss, they were able to beat Colorado State at home, and Colorado State at one point in time, we had them ranked in the top 25. So I think they bounce back. I'll take them in this one as well.
And then, I feel like we agreed. Like, there's been like a consensus on a lot of these. Seton Hall is a consensus.
Except Villanova, UConn.
Yeah. So 3 of 4 have been a consensus. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. We're going to find out. And then finally, last game of the weekend pick'em, Miami and Syracuse. Syracuse -3, obviously at home.
Well, it's a bad thing for you guys because last time we did this, I hadn't got one wrong yet. So I look forward to keeping my streak going here. So,
okay.
Hey, I just had Miami yesterday, and I'm going to take Syracuse at home. They're just they're an explosive offensive team, but they're really limited in their depth. And I'm going to stick with the theme here, man. I just think it's so hard to win on the road. I like Syracuse at home. I just like Syracuse at home. I mean, Miami has some things to figure out. They've dropped 3 of their last 4, and they got a tough one in the head going into Syracuse, who's competitive and really, really good and tough to beat at home. So I'm going Cuse. Yeah,
it's a tough spot, man. I mean, and again, we start getting into these, power leagues. There's no reprieve, right? I mean, nobody's going to feel sorry for you when you drop 3 of 4, and then you got to go on the road at Syracuse. I like some of the pieces for Miami, but I think at the house, I'm just going to roll with JJ Starling and Judah Mintz in this one. I think they have enough to get it done. They're starting to play good basketball. A couple of really nice results here in a row. So I think they keep the good vibes going. I got Syracuse at home. I don't know if they cover the 3. I'm just going to take them straight up.
Well, you must have picked someone different earlier because Trevor's got you down.
Oh, did I? My bad. Did I change my mind? Damn it.
Come on, man.
My bad.
You can't be me when I flip my pick from Florida to Kentucky. Okay, because I was picking, or I might pick from Kentucky to Florida because I was picking with my heart. I should have picked with my head because Kentucky ended up winning the game. Come on. I'm going to go with the U. I just like the experience factor with Jim Larinaga. They've been up and down. They've shown they can score. When they can score points, they can beat anybody. I think Larinaga's got too much experience. He's going against a young head coach. I know he's been a coach for a lot of years, but he's a young head coach in terms of that job. So I'll take the Hurricanes.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.